Okay. Hello, 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 hello. So, yesterday was my birthday. I am 23, which was a nervous age for me because when I was younger, that was pretty awesome. Fact. And I used to listen to Blink-182, and they had the song that said, "Nobody likes you when you're 23." So I was like, oh god, am I going to lose all my friends? Am I going to just become an awful person? Well, I've only been 23 for a day now. But so far, my friends have stayed loyal. My girlfriend's still with me. My family still loves me. So I think I'm disproving those lyrics, and it feels pretty awesome. But other than that, this happened. See that? See that? Somewhere in there, right there. Anyway, sorry. Got my license changed. Makes me want to dance. So I danced. So that's pretty awesome. But there's some frustration in that because, like, I got pretty excited last night. I was like, alright, I'm gonna get a beer, I'm gonna use my ID, they're gonna see it, they're gonna be like, happy birthday. Bro. Well, neither one of those happened. In fact, I got a beer, I handed someone my ID, and they're like, here you go, ma'am. And I was like, so my heart kind of, like, I cried a little bit on the inside. I don't really cry much anymore, which is another thing we could talk about another time. But, so it was just kind of a strange experience to be manned, and then I was kind of upset that they didn't notice it was my birthday. But it's kind of irrelevant. I don't know. That's why you should not have expectations. Lesson relearned. But my girlfriend threw me a surprise party that I knew about, but it was still really sweet, and I don't know, my friends were there. My friend and his boyfriend, who are awesome, and I love them both, got me a beard trimmer. I don't know if you can tell. You could reach through your screen and feel my face, you'd see it's as soft as a baby's bottom, except for my mustache, which is still soft, but I'm keeping it there for sketchy effect and in hopes that it'll become glorious one day. Soon, maybe, please. So, I don't know. I guess I realize I'm really sensitive about passing, and I feel weird about passing, especially like the name of it, as I said, but I do hope that I start to be read as male, because even if it's just as a young boy, that's not ideal, but it's better than being read as a woman all the time. More than anything, I'm read as a masculine woman. I'm really an effeminate man. Why don't people see it? Gender sucks. Sort of, but it's fun to study. So I don't know. That's what's going on my end. Kids are kind of confusing. The ones I work with, because I work at a summer camp for really intelligent children who are like in middle school taking college classes. And so a lot of the kids regard me as like male. Some of them, I just confuse a lot of people. So they go to their teachers and they're like, so there's this person, and I don't know if they're a boy or a girl, and some of the teachers will just be like, well, number one, why does it matter? Number two, like, what do you think? They're like, well, I don't know, they have, like, hair on their legs and, some hair on their face, but, I don't know. So I guess, I don't know. It's, from a gender studies perspective, it's really cool to be confusing people. From my own perspective, it's kind of sad, because I just want to be read as male already. So I don't know, it's a little bit frustrating and upsetting that I'm just, I don't know, the archetype of queerness in a way, but still read as female. I just don't know. Like, one thing I've been dealing with is, I get kind of sad because I had been wearing two necklaces, one since I was 13, so about 10 years, and I recently took it off, stopped wearing it, so I could be read as male, which, and then the other that my grandma passed away over the summer, like last summer, and she left me a necklace, and I'd been wearing it. Both of them are very feminine, but I didn't care, but I also realized that I just was consistently read as female, and then spoke to my doctor, and he's like, why don't you try doing this? So I tried, and it's worked sometimes, but I don't know. for me, I just feel like I'm compromising myself in order to be masculine, whatever the hell that means, and in a way I'm just perpetuating a stereotype that already exists. So it's upsetting, I guess. I don't know. My voice is getting deeper, and then my coworker meaning my boss, saw me, and he's like, you know, you're getting really buff. And I was just like, really? I was just like, that's one of the nicest things you could have said to me, aside from, you look very hairy, or your voice is almost as deep as Barry White's, maybe deeper. And then his boss heard and was just like, did you just say something about, like, wanting to be called hairy? And I was like, yeah, I want to be a bear. One day. I know it'll happen, because I think I have a lot of hairy potential. Can't really tell. I have a lot of hair on my head. That's a start, right? And then it's going to just start, like, growing in everywhere, and we'll see. Yeah, and I was really pleasantly surprised at the DMV here, because I had a pleasant experience last time, but this time was even better in that I had to get another letter because they're like, oh, well, a psychologist is not a psychiatrist, and they don't have a DEA number, which is part of the criteria for gender reassignment for your license. So I got the letter from my gynecologist, and I brought it all. And then someone came up and was just like, hey, my brother's trans, and can I have your email so I can forward you all this information and make paperwork easier in the future, and please let anyone else know. And, you know, this is something I'm really passionate about because someone I really care about is trans, and I'd love to make this easier for anyone else. I was just like, this is beautiful. This makes me so happy. So, I don't know. I think overall things are going really well. I started getting kind of weird emotionally, which hasn't happened since I've been on T. But it has happened in that, like, I've been withdrawing. But at the same time, I have produced some somewhat glorious poetry. I've at least written. That's something, right? So, yeah. I don't know. I think things are really exciting overall.